Hey guys, so what I have here is my plans for the gauntlet, which is tomorrow. Um, Going ancestral commander, surprise, surprise, like probably 50% or more of the other players. His endurance charge stacking plus the ancestral defiance, and then even some of his other nodes are just really strong. Uh, Hard to not go this guy on league start, and I think a lot of people are going to be farming gear at least on Ancestral Commander and then switching over to something else for bosses, but I'm just going to stick with this guy and see how far I can take it. Uh, so I have the passive tree here. It's not really an efficient one. This just covers a lot of the nodes that I think I'm going to want to path to. Uh, I have resistances in here. Just makes leveling more comfortable, stuff like that. Got some dexterity, intelligence, resolute technique, um, intelligence over here, mana leech, pretty important, and endurance charges. Obviously, we're going to be stacking a lot of those. Got fortify over here. Yeah, so this, a lot of things can change on here. Oh, I also have this cluster, but not sure when I'll actually be able to get this. Gonna have to alt spam one of these. But yeah, this will be really good if I can get it. But yeah, so this tree is gonna be changed, or like, this is just my guideline tree. I will be um sorry. I will be posting or trying to post a daily update. So if you're wanting to follow on exactly the path that I went on the gauntlet, then the daily update will be nice. But yeah, so I don't really have. That's all I'm going to cover for the tree right now for leveling. I don't really have anything on the items. It's just depending on what I can find. I haven't really done solo self found or the gauntlet before. I might try crafting stuff. I'm definitely going to be farming zones a lot, um, like low level zones, and getting gear and just trying to out gear and out level everything. But the thing I do have in here is these count sign rings. I'm hoping that I can just pick up a bunch of coral rings and chance them and eventually get these, because these will be a nice boost. For skills, I put a lot of stuff in here. Different skills you might want to try out. Vigilant Strike is going to be unplayable at the start, so do not try and Vigilant Strike early on. Going to be using like Sunder, Volcanic Fissure, or if you want to farm Volcanic Fissure, Snaking into Lab, that'll be a really good one. But once you can get some Endurance Charge generation, your Enduring Cries on a good cooldown. Here's Endurance Charge generation, this one. Once you get a few of these, then can try swapping over to Vigilant Strike. Once I finally do swap over, I'll have a video and like, I don't know, pointing to this is the point where I switch over to Vigilant Strike. But yeah, Vigilant Strike is going to be my mapping / end game goal. It scales really well with endurance charges. I recently posted a video showcasing some of the end game power that you can get to with it. It's a very satisfying skill, in my opinion. But yeah, so I'll be messing around with different main skills. I have Auto Exert, War Cries on here. Depending on which main skill you're using, you're going to want to change out Ancestral Cry for Seismic Cry. I got Enduring Cry. I'm planning on putting this on left click eventually. With enough War Cry speed, it should be fine. But we'll see. This one right here is only for Vigilant Strike, this setup. You can strike people twice with this Hydrosphere setup. So Vigilant Strike always gets 2 hits. But yeah, if you're not using Vigilant Strike, then don't use this. For auras, I just have Purity of Elements, ease of gearing. It's going to be nice quality of life for leveling. And ailment immunity is going to be huge early on. Also, I have a bunch of different auras in here. I might be trying some of these out. We'll see. Uh, Sorry if it looks confusing. These are just the possible decent options out there. War banner, yeah, definitely using that. Once you get this banner mastery node, you can spam it pretty much on any mob because you'll insta stack. For curses, punishment, don't use vulnerability because the mercenary hopefully will have it. But yeah, they're pretty similar in damage anyways. So up to you. I have punishment here. Berserk is a maybe. I might not use it. I just have it there because it's a possibility. This setup I'm going to use automation, molten shell, blood rage. It's good physical life leech and frenzy charge generation. I have it disabled though I don't know. I just do that in POBs because molten shell makes the max hits look a lot better than they are. But yeah, that's about all I got for the leveling. Move on to mapping. So this is my goal POB pretty much. For the tree here, I'm not going to cover like individual parts of the tree. If you have questions about it, leave a comment. I'm just going to go straight to items. And I do have a notes section that's going to like cover points I think are worth covering. I'll go over that at the end. But yeah, for items, I have this eventuality rod. Gonna farm one of these in heist. You'll only need to farm one. In my notes section, I tell you how to craft this pretty much. Definitely not an easy project, but it's doable. For the helmet, you're looking for infamous Warcry mercenaries that skills have increased crit chance for each Warcry exerting them. That's a really good helmet. It's like almost half of our DPS coming from that thing. This is just any armor chestplate with a lot of life and chaos res. Gloves, same thing pretty much. Armor. We do want a little bit of ES, so you're going to want to find that somewhere on the gear. The reason for that is Divine Shield. I'm hoping to get some extra regeneration from Divine Shield. But yeah, gloves have intelligence, life. Also, the implicits are pretty important. Hopefully we can farm up a good amount of Eldritch currency, just the lesser ones, to get these implicits. For the boots, these might be annoying to get. I'm going to try corrupting any boots with movement, speed, and life, and hopefully some chaos res I can craft on it, and corrupting them for +1 endurance charge. I'm not really sure how this is going to go. It should be doable, but it's going to take a lot of corrupt, so we'll see. For the amulet, just has life, chaos res is the most important piece on there. Res, dex, intelligence, stats you need, life, nothing super special. Calm signs, talked about earlier. For the belt, Stygian vise with a lot of life, res. Yeah, I mean, it might be hard to get one of these. For crafting it, I'll figure that out as I go. I know these aren't easy to craft, but yeah, this is just a gold POP. I'm sure we'll be able to find it. Like if you're losing one jewel, it's not the end of the world. We'll be able to find a belt with life and res on it. Otherwise, for flasks, just try and get 3 charges when hit by an enemy flasks for best uptime. I didn't fill out all the slots. But yeah, on my daily videos, you'll see the flasks that I'm running. That'll be more help than this. Flasks are kind of annoying to get. You can alt spam them, but I'm not sure how many alts are going to actually drop. So yeah. For jewels, mostly just looking for life, res, and stats on them. You might be able to get a little damage on it. Just generic jewels pretty much. Small cluster, we're going to alt spam for enduring exposure. And then the medium cluster, this might be hard to get. There's a few different nodes you can use, but lead by example for onslaught's really good. And then there's warning call or the power charge / charges generation one. I'm not sure the best way to get this. I might craft an exile it later. But yeah, that's something I want to get eventually. I might even go for a large cluster eventually, but those are also really annoying to craft. So yeah, that's all for the items. For skills, a little bit changes here. We should be able to do Vigilant Strike by now. That's my endgame goal. Cries. I'm going Vigilant Strike, so I'm just going to get rid of this Seismic Cry here. But you will want to swap out Ancestral and Seismic if you're not running Vigilant Strike. Also, if you're not running Vigilant Strike, you're going to need these Fortify nodes or run Fortify support. But yeah, this is a Vigilant Strike POB pretty much at this point. Talked about this setup. This is the double damage setup during cry on left click. Precision, pretty important. Like this is 30% of our damage. It's nice because we don't have to have it fully leveled at a certain point. You can just level it up to, yeah, pretty much whenever your hit chance is like 98 plus. We're linking it to arrogance, so you are losing a little bit of life, but it's not too much because the level isn't too high. War Banner, Punishment, talked about those. So yeah, that's about all I got. I'll go over the notes section next, but yeah, if you have questions, please leave a comment. So yeah, this is my gauntlet plan. This POB is a shell. Every day I'll post an update with character's progress. If I die, it's going to be weird. Progression's going to look very strange on the videos, so I'm not sure what I'll do if I die. I'm going to play super safe. It's my first gauntlet, so hopefully there's no deaths, but no promises. Yeah, leveling tree. Just stuff about no weapon nodes allocated. This leveling tree is really just a shell with nodes that I think are good, but it's not like a follow this thing to the T tree. If attack speed feels bad, get a higher attacks per second weapon. Switch out this. We're not going to get awakened. Switch out melee fizz and pulverize if you're using those for more attack speed. Because yeah, if your attack speed's bad, then you'll get hit more before you swing. So kind of important. Yeah, I went over this already. If you're running Vigilant Strike, you don't need the Fortify nodes. I don't have them on the mapping tree, but I do have them on the leveling tree. Trauma support can only use this with Vigilant Strike, but I'm not sure how it's going to feel. It could be really good. I use Echoes of Creation on my other Vigilant Strike build, and it gives a ton of ES regeneration through Divine Shield, so I'm hoping Trauma support can do something similar, but it doesn't have as much upfront damage. It takes a bit to ramp, so it might not feel as good. Variant Cry on left click. See how it feels. Here's the Ascend order. It's just the best nodes for tanking, pretty much. If you're going Vigilant Strike, these two might be worth running. They give you, it'll be for clear speed. It might even boost your damage. I'm not sure how this node works. Strike skills also target previous location. If it works how I think it works, it could be at least double damage, maybe more. But I have a feeling it doesn't work like that. So it might be something I try out if I feel like my character is tanky enough. Oh yeah, Anointing Sion's Ambition could be good. This gives a lot more range. Problem is getting a prismatic oil. So yeah, if you like Blight, that might be an option. Yeah, here's a note about Energy Shield and Armor. I don't have it on the POB, but it's in there. Something like this. It's what I run on my other character. I'm just not sure how the trauma is going to feel with Divine Shield. So if that doesn't feel good, then I don't think it's going to be worth running. We also lose a lot of life, so yeah, don't kind of just ignore this one. I'm going to put that ignore for now because it's untested and I don't think it's, I don't know if it's going to be better. Here's the how to get the gear section. I tried to cover things that I think might be harder to get. Calm's Ring, Chancing, Eventuality Rod. Here's how you craft it. If any of this is confusing, leave a comment. I'll go over it more. And the helmet, yeah. These are the guys you get it from. So if you see one of these, then make sure you're looking at the helmet. And then the last note is the rallying cry. This mercenary is super strong. It's going to be a huge damage boost when you get him set up. I've covered this guy in a bunch of other videos. Here's the first, like the main coverage video for him. If you have questions on it, leave a comment. But yeah, going to be shooting for that mercenary. Hopefully he's not too hard to find. But yeah, those are my plans for the gauntlet. It's my first one, so not totally sure how it's going to go. I'm going to play real safe and boring. Probably going to try streaming some of it. Or definitely going to be streaming some of it. Yeah, it should be fun. Looking forward to it. I really enjoyed Fresh Ascendancies, and yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, as always. Leave a like, leave a subscribe if you enjoy my content. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.